Hey, Robert here. This is that tutorial for Dave Matthews Band Rapunzel off Before These Crowded Streets. I'll have a card someplace with the playthrough. It was, of course, copyright claimed, as it should be. But I want to walk through how I arranged it and show you a couple teachable things from it. So, basically 3 parts. This is in the same key, obviously, with the playthrough. So, first part's the opening riff. Okay, that part. And then it goes into the verse. Right? Then there's another, like a middle thirds section. And then, so there's a mix of those 3 parts all the way through. Then there's this amazing outro that just goes the verse chords. Right? So, here's the first part. You hear that da 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 dum da bum, right? So I started on low G, A, right? So second fret is A. And I was then I was like, all right, cool. I'm not going to be able to just play that low G while I'm covering this. So I tried to figure out harmony. So here's how the harmony works. I do a weird half bar on the second fret of the G and the C string. Okay? Ba-da-da-da. Same thing. So I use my middle finger on the 5th fret of both those strings. Now here's where the harmony splits. Da-da-da-da-da. Right, so I go up to 7th fret and down to the 4th fret. Right? So, minor 6th there. So, I'm just picking right now, but normally when I'm playing, I'm strumming and just trying to avoid those 2. Right? Hear that? Okay. Now, this part took a long time to figure out, but I'm doing a minor. Like, this is, you know, if you wanted to play F sharp minor, right? So, okay. But what I'm doing a weird fingering here. I was playing on a long fret, that's why. Alright, so, bar the 4th, okay? We're gonna try and leave that A open, but otherwise just mute it. And then middle finger, ring finger. So it's a weird shape there, okay? And you'll see that middle finger is doubling the A, so it really doesn't matter if you hit it or not. You don't want it to be down, because then you're going to get this C sharp, which we don't want at all. Alright, so difference. That's with the A open. Then slide that whole shape down, but let your ring finger lag behind and hang out just on the 4th fret instead of the 3rd. So, really slow. Okay, middle finger down, ring finger down. Slide it all down 2 frets. except for the ring, it's only gotta go down 1 fret. And all that, I'm just doing 5 4 5 4 5 4 5 4. Okay, and that's the transition between the riff and the verses. Okay, so up to tempo, and the way it does the intro once in the beginning. And then all the other times, it does it twice, with the second part having Carter playing that ride. Okay, so definitely practice listening to this and playing along. Once you get the fingering for this groove. Playing along with it is so awesome, so much fun. All right, so next we get into the verses. It goes G, C7, F7, back to C7, and then the whole thing repeats. So here's G, right? And if you've learned proper uke, you learned G. First finger on the 2nd fret, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, tuck that middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. Right? Now, if you notice in my playthrough, I have this high D. So, I'm cheating. I'm gonna bar those 3. Right, so that makes it G major 7. And my middle finger on that 3rd fret. And then my pinky and ring finger get to kind of chill out. So I want that high D. So, it's another, just a different voicing of G. C, you could do this C7, but listen to the difference. Okay, so here's why I chose it. I want it. It stays there for the F7, which we'll get to in a second. For F7, do a regular F chord, but we're going to add 3rd frets on the strings that are currently open. Back to that one. And then it's all rhythm. Here, in the verses, he's singing, but the chords are very punctuated, right? So it's open wide, taste so good that you take me for a ride in your sweet and delicious, perfect little mouth. Thereupon I think you will have no doubt. I do my best for you, I do love. Can't stop to get it gone. Lost myself just thinking about the 2 of us. Right? So you hear it's just, and you'll hear I'm adding that thumb. If you're playing with a drummer, definitely get your timing good so you don't need that. Just and the drummer will pick that up, right? Me, I don't have a drummer at the moment, I would love to do this with like a small acoustic cajon set. I think it'd be so much fun, plus all the little world percussion that those guys use. Alright, so riff, we did that. Verses. Okay. Last part's at middle third. And this goes into kind of a 6/8 or maybe 12/8 feel. Just D minor, B flat, C, D minor, B flat, C. I give the world to you. I'll do. Blood through my veins for you. To you I will be true. Okay, so it kind of phases over the bar line a little bit. Okay. So, 3 parts. Like I said, that last part, they just kind of jam out. Here's a couple little things with that, alright? So it's the same chords. Here's a fun thing you can do. So this is a barred 7-chord shape, right? There's a bunch of them in this tune, actually. So that's a C, that's a barred C7. There's an old video I did of Well You Needn't by Thelonious Monk where I talk about a bunch of barred dominant 7th chords. So I'll link that one someplace. But so that's a bar, right? So C. If you go up, it's a D, E, F, right? Same thing here. So this F shape, filling those in. Now it's F, C sharp, F sharp dominant 7. Here's another G7, G sharp, A7. Okay, so this is a great way to explore those, because here's the verse without that. I mean, I don't have an alternative for this one down in open, but F, C7, G, C7, F, C7. See how it doesn't fit quite well? So you can do it, kind of replaces that second C7 in the mix. Right, so it's just that other G7. Curious. Yeah, okay. Now, I have been messing around a little bit while I was learning it to try and learn some of the sax licks in the solo. I haven't gotten there yet, but if you have access to a looper, you could do just do that 2 blocks. So one going back to the C and the other doing that little walk up, and then solo over it. there you go. Basically 3 parts and a jam out on the verse. That is Dave Matthews Band, Rapunzel. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, I am working on tabbing this. Alright. So once I have a kind of chord sheet with the lyrics and the supplemental tabs for that part, I will definitely post that in the description here. It'll be a Google Drive, like PDF, that you can freely grab. If you enjoyed this, let me know with a like on the video, or more importantly, a comment. I would love to hear what you think, or hear your questions, or, tell me what you didn't like. Tell me what's still confusing about it. If there's something that I should have done that I didn't, let me know. Share it with friends, especially if you got a great ukulele player, maybe a bass player, maybe someone who can knock those lyrics out of the park, drummer, and, do a full cover with ukulele. I would love to see that so much. I'm thriving on the little bit of live music I get to see on live streams and all that kind of stuff. I will be back next week, this weekend coming up with another video, but I wanted to get this one out kind of midweek, so I hope you enjoy. See ya. Take care.